Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is sick. Suckers wanna play and load my K until that bitch click. Big stick, hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine, I'm on the goal line. And I'm going for 6, watch me up the scope. Caught him at the stove, he was with his hoe. Had to let him know, that's your ass, you don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up, boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch, get off dick, tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air, you see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit, why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke, you get smoke with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they on some gang shit. Nigga, you was a bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you was a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, your pussy ass a cat.
We fucking live, my niggas.
Walk, tell him free to act. Feeling free a rat, you know he told how you sleep with
from the park.
Morning, man. Heart to Start podcast. I'm fumbling over my motherfucking words this morning, man. This is the
orange juice and a blunt for breakfast while I read the paper. Finna hit the block, about to see some paper.
We was just talking about trying to see some paper off the camera, man. Hey, look, top of the morning, Slim. How your morning starting out?
Hey, Ben Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, working on this content. I can see me on from a fan's perspective on Boogie Vision. Episode 2 gonna be out real soon. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been doing, man.
100%. Y'all make sure y'all go like, comment, and subscribe on the first episode, man. From a fan's perspective, man. The details will be in the description below once I edit that motherfucker, man, to make it easy for y'all to go find Big Bro. 100%, man.
Hell yeah.
Talk to him, Bogey. How your morning starting out today, big bro?
Man, I actually beat the early bird this morning. Like before, you know what I'm talking about? I was up before the sun came up, man. Yeah, my girl alarm clock goes off and it wakes me up. You know what I mean? Then it woke the baby up. And I was like, hey, all right, we're doing this now.
I'm out.
Yeah, but it's the same shit, different day. You know what I mean? Slow motion in the big ocean, trying to stay afloat.
Come on now. On my mama in the big ocean, aka the big yard. Shout out to my mama. Oh my mama. Facts. We was just talking about that shit. Let's see who up in the comments. Shout everybody out, man. Top of the morning, everybody that's up in this motherfucker, man. Waking up and rocking with us 100%, man. We got the ear to the streets, aka Lee in the building. Top of the morning, big bro. Bolt up, big bro. We got the none other. My dog Miles P. 100%. Make sure y'all go visit his website, neonpeacockmerch.com. 100%. He cooking up everything, brother. Listen to the game, big bro. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out 100%. My mama, we got the rally up in this motherfucker. Emil, top of the morning, big bro.
Emil.
100%, man. Canada stand up, man. 100%. Let's kick it off with the first topic, man. We're gonna kick it off with a little bit of the youth out in the Bronx, living what they rap about. I guess we could say that 100%, bro. Let's pull this shit up, man. Let's go.
Only right here on Fox 5.
We were there, the only TV crew along for what police called the takedown of some of the most violent gang members they've ever seen.
All right, Lisa Evers joins us now with her exclusive look with the NYPD. Lisa.
Napians is one of the alleged leaders of that gang, of the SLAC gang.
Yeah. Like when you see Paid in Full, that's the New York I grew up in.
Yeah.
About the money.
You know what I mean? Bronx, Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens, they all had legendary hustlers like that was really about that paper. They would shootouts and stuff like that, but it was over territory, over blocks that made money. If your block was making $10,000 a day, 20 grand a day, yeah, nigga, some cats may want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? So, the battles became over that. But not over this dumb shit, bro. It's like niggas ain't making no type of money. You know what I mean?
It's crazy how valuable clout is, but I can't go to the store and buy diapers for my baby with clout.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the value?
What's the reason? What's the end? What's the end goal? What's the end goal of all of this? You sitting in jail with no bread. You know what I'm saying? Like your family out there, you know, starving. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and cats think it's a game, but the crazy thing is like when you go up for like the parole board and stuff like that, how you going to explain what you was doing?
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna see they're gonna run these little type of clips.
How you going to explain what you was doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I was shooting because he dissed my dead homie. Man, the parole board gonna look at you like, man, yeah, give him another 10. Let him finish out his bid, man. You know, like what, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like what's the whole point, man, of all of this? You know what I mean? I don't get it. Like I seriously don't get it. You know.
Well, what it is in my opinion, bro, like how we led off is definitely the clout, but the clout see like how you said and how you led off, you know, your New York isn't what New York is right now. 100%. That's just like my California and where my community is. It ain't like how it was when I was growing up. And the motive has always been the money. No matter what, the motive has always been the motive. And like how you said, sometimes it do gotta pop off, but it's because of you think to come up in this motherfucker and get some of what,
or you was trying to protect the money.
100%, and that's and seeing
or not get robbed of said money. You know what I mean?
And then the whole thing is though, like on another level is that, you know, them youngsters, even though they putting work in the streets, they also feel that they have to, in order to get on into the rap game as well, because they said that one of the people in the video, not only is that the leader or alleged leader, that motherfucker be rapping too. You know what I mean? So the thing is, they feel like that once they start putting work in the streets and they putting this shit on wax, that they have to choose a side. You know what I mean? And
okay, who told them that dumb shit?
Right, 100%.
Because at the end of the day, these labels ain't like what they was back in the days where they was signing dudes straight off the curb.
Right.
Now they don't even want that element around that like that. You're not getting no real good record. You're not what record what deals is with all the drill music we made so far, right? Because New York's been on it for some years.
After Chief Keef.
Right? Exactly. So
Chief Keef, but that was still dirt at the back. When you know,
so
big labels were giving big bread, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you look at it, right, out of all the rappers in Chicago, Chief Keef and Lil Durk and G Herbo, there was maybe a handful of cats that got deals out of all them people, right?
And just
so over here,
bodies dropped.
Over here, right? Exactly. Over here, out of all these drill rappers, only Bobby Smurda, Fabio Foreign, Pop Smoke
got actual deals.
That I know of.
And was known to the world. You know what I mean? And one thing is once you start putting that energy on wax and you known for that, like how you said, Slim, nigga, your own city is not gonna let you do no motherfucking shows because they think the show gonna get shot up.
Exactly.
When you promote that type of music, no matter what coast you on, or you down south or in the Midwest or East, nigga, they're not gonna allow you to do no shows in your home city because they know, nigga, your ops is pulling up, nigga, and want to get active, nigga. Because
the crazy thing is, if like I know cats that like, you know, club promoters and stuff like that, right? If you got a club, right, and you say you're gonna book somebody, right? What kind of crowd are you bringing? That's the first thing, right? Because I need to make money back on my investment. So if I put up this $7,000, $10,000, $20,000 to get the place ready to book you, right?
And how much you paying?
Right? How am I getting my money back if the show is liable to get shot up
100%.
And how many paying customers are you really gonna have that's gonna show up and actually pay that bread to see you perform?
100%.
Without the spot getting shot up and just jeopardizing the whole shit.
100%.
Yeah, especially if you don't got a major deal. Because if you got a major deal, they're gonna put you in, and they're gonna have you opening up for acts that are. And see, even those names that you listed out of the city that got deals, they're all had crossover ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, they were talented. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Shmurda was the only one that was like super active with his crew. And what happened? They got the deal and then they crashed out. Right?
Yeah.
Boom.
They was already crashing out.
They was already crashing out, so it caught up to them. They tried to slow it down,
right?
It caught up to them.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have Fabio. It took from Mace to put Fabio on as far as like getting them a deal and stuff like that, right? And then you had Pop Smoke, which was talented. He just pure talent, right? But my thing is, they not realizing, bro, you're not worth the investment. So you doing all that for nothing.
Yeah, even if they got the, because what is clout these days? Like hella followers and running up on the views and shit.
Why don't you run it up with the talent?
You know what?
With actually having skills, actually dropping good songs.
You feel me?
Keeping your street shit in the background in the cut, and you coming out in the forefront. We dropping songs, we dropping music. We got short videos, movies. We on the gram, but we pushing talent.
I'll tell you that's the one. Like even Dirk, he got that crossover appeal. They know that they can like go in another lane. You know, maybe.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's where them folks is looking.
But at some point, Dirk had to say, "Yo, because I remember the War Chirac DVD where his first baby mom was talking about how he was working and going to the studio.
100%.
So he already had a vision of where he wanted to be at in the future. You know what I'm saying?
And he with the same broad too, or he?
No.
Right?
No, he with
India.
India.
Royal or something like that. Yeah, my thing, just to go a little bit deeper though, pause, is that the record labels, once you get you a little buzz in the streets, and because they still promoting the violent music, you know what I mean? They definitely, on a broader perspective, still do want that shit pushed because they want us to be able to still reenact this punk ass shit in the streets that we doing to ourselves 100%. But the youth isn't realizing that once you start putting that out and you really living that shit, and you start, getting a couple dollars for this shit, you got the fame, the clout is more than what it is. You can't stop, bro. You have to continue to live that lifestyle in order for you to make your dough as well. And that's another thing about this generation not having no hustle as well. They have to, if their career choice as a young nigga, man, fuck it, I'm off the streets, man. I'm finna be a rapper, but also I'm pushing the whatever the 3-letter gang is or whatever the shit that they pushing is. Once they fall into them streets, bro, and get the little bit of clout, it's a fucking drug, bro. So it's hard for them not to stop, but also they have to continue to push this message because this is how they getting seen and this is how they getting a little bit of dough, but yet not realizing, nigga, you really ain't getting nothing because, nigga, the record labels, they fucking you, bro. Pause 100%. So also they got if we want to rap or if we want to get into this content space, bro, you also have to remember, bro, you can get hot on your own, bro, and you can do this shit on your own. But also you have to have a way to separate yourself from what's already out there. You have to realize you don't got to push that drill shit. You don't got to be a 3-letter gang and you got to have a 3-letter gang op, nigga, 10 minutes away from you, bro. In that video that we seen, bro, they shooting out. It looked like it's for nothing, my nigga. 100% when they shooting that, when they banging it out, it looked like it's really for nothing. It ain't no walk up like because somebody did something to you or something like that. No. It looked like y'all popping at each other just to be popping at each other, and that's what. Come on now, bro.
See, I got 2 points, right? Number one, there's no such thing as an active gangster rapper.
Say that again, big bro.
There's no such thing as a rapper, as an active gangster rapper.
Facts.
They all, even if they do touch in the game, think about all the real gangsters that was rappers. They either dead or in jail, or they left that life alone.
Right.
Yeah, what's crazy too is like all the youngsters that be coming out of Chicago and get popping.
Yeah, they gone. A lot of them is gone. Even ones with talent, like Young Pappy, gone.
Yeah, in the last year, like Vaughn is it Vaughn off 17?
Yeah, I don't
know. He's Chicago dude. Vaughn off to 17.
Vaughn off 17. Lil Jeff.
Pour me some coffee.
Like these dudes, you know what I mean? They get popping real quick, and then because of the what's tied to them, you know what I mean? Because they have these alleged bodies, and they're active, you know, currently. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't think. I really don't think these record labels care about none of that music, bro. To be honest with you, because when you look at the charts, it's not reflective of that. These dudes it's not selling no records, man. They're not really.
It is what do they call that? A subgenre.
Subgenre, but it's not going nowhere. It's like who's really the guy in that genre right now?
There's drill music, which is the true subgenre, right? Where it's really about the content matter. They talk about shooting and killing for real, right? And then rapping about it and owning up to it, versus like dropping little breadcrumbs and little clues and shit. They just straight up claiming them. But then there's like the drill style beat, right? That kind of derived from the Chicago sound and then kind of morphed into. And that was kind of what that's kind of you know what I'm talking about, right? The drill sound and like
yeah, but like I say, look, JD, I was saying
style of beat. You feel me? Like
I was saying, JD, like yo, I don't think these record labels is checking for this type of music, bro. Because if you look at the charts, how many of these dudes is really trending? They're really moving units, really moving the crowd, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think they really checking for that.
You know what though, bro?
And look, they not responsible for what goes on YouTube. The record labels, you do that yourself.
No, well, Leo runs YouTube.
No, but I'm saying like okay, you got a video here, let it rock. It's music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they not telling you to put that new type of music out there to push that. Like I don't feel like they really invested in that type of music because it doesn't make no money. These people do not fill stadiums. They could barely fill clubs. Where is the profit in this? Because that's all the industry is about, is profit.
Right. But you know what though, bro? And out here on the West Coast, we don't call it drill. You know what I mean? We don't call it drill. It's gangster music. It's the same type of music, right? And so where I'm at right now, what's the hottest shit in the streets is the drill, or AKA gangster music, bro. Man, I was just on YouTube yesterday, right? Or the day before. Right. And it's this dude out of Stockton that I just can't, found out. You know what I mean? And so y'all already know, or probably, I don't know on your side, Slim, if you ever heard of the EBK niggas, right?
Everybody
EBK J-Bo, EBK Jock.
What's the main dude?
I think it's J-Bo. Okay, but them is Stockton niggas, right? So my point is, I just came up sliding YouTube on the niggas who's they so-called ops. So my cousins, I got family from Stockton. So he one of my cousins, he one of the first ones I hit. I'm like, man, woo. And he get to breaking it down to me, and he like, here.
They're like
my cousin. He said both sides of the turf is his family, bro. So my point is that the shit that's going on in the streets, even though it might not be relevant in mainstream, that's the only music that's getting pushed in the communities. 100%. No matter if you up top, where I'm at, if you down south, nothing but gangster community music.
Think about it, bro. Like it's just like the Eminem argument. Like people be like, Eminem's one of the goats, and I'm not gonna argue that, but like nobody in the hood was slapping M like that, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh my mouth. And you know that's the thing is, and then you know all the
other shit. Like I grew up listening to mob music. You know what I mean?
But and see, when we was growing up, The money was the motive. 100%. You were not a user, and you were in, and you woke up to go get some motherfucking money.
And we didn't eat the box.
Facts. 100%.
I just really doubt that these labels are even checking for that type of music. You know what I'm saying? Unless they come up with a hit.
And see, that's the thing. So come get you once they see that you moving some units in the streets, though. But see, like Empire, you know what I mean? Empire might got other genres and shit like that, but if you look at their main artists and the main artists that done had some name on their shit, nigga, what they pushing, bro? 100%.
Yeah, but you look at cats like Dolph. Dolph had joints. Dolph was a grinder. He was a hustler. He had his issues outside of that, but he was still a hustler. He wasn't standing on the block with 20, 30 niggas. I'm gang this. He wasn't doing that. He was coming out.
He's one of the few ones in his era that the money was the motive. 100%. The nigga Rollo, he had, and this ain't even a legend. He coming to Sacramento to come get his shit. But that day that he got popped, nigga, he was at the motherfucking airport in Sacramento, nigga, going back to fucking Atlanta. 100%, my nigga. It's only few of them niggas that's really about that money from the young niggas era, you know what I mean? But that's because they came up under some niggas that's like the era above us that put us on how to go get the dough, bro.
So like look at okay, we're going off Empire, right? Look at Mo 3. You know what I'm saying? Mo 3 was super talented. He could rap and he could sing. You know what I'm saying?
Where's Mo 3 out of? Is that from Chicago?
Nah, he's from Dallas. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Mo 3 could rap and sing. You know what I'm saying? He had his stuff going on, and that stuff touched off when he was in the game already. That beef. You know what I'm saying? That beef touched off when he was in the game already. But other than that, his talent was what stood out. So
what you know about that Sacramento shit, Ginger Ninja?
So, you know,
hey, one time you sent me a link of some black market joints. I was like, oh, word.
Yeah, that's what he talking about right now. He talking about Garden Block. My bad, Slim. He said some Sacramento shit. I had to get what you talking about? My bad.
Yeah, but I just don't see these labels like super investing in the type of music that Cass is making. And because if you take these cats and say, okay, I'm gonna put a couple dollars behind this dude, where are they gonna do shows at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like where are they gonna do shows at? What kind of hits are they gonna produce outside of the drill music? Are they gonna make songs for the ladies? Are they gonna make songs for the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't see this genre really being a profitable genre like that. It's a high risk investment going into it.
Profitable for if a label like whoever owned King Von thing, he probably made a lot of money.
But King Von stood next to Dirt.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Dirt was really pushing that. You know what I mean?
Hey, but one thing about Von though, Von would have been bigger than Dirt.
Yeah.
Because Von's story ain't like nobody else's story in the drill scene.
That's,
you know what I mean? That motherfucker. And may he rest in peace. But man, that motherfucker, he would have surpassed Dirk. That's because of that story. We see it with just like how we talked about it on episode 2, big bro, about how I asked about what Academics' opinion was about Adam 22 interviewing Blockstar, right? And when Academics was trying to run around Young and Ace, you know what I mean? And so what the thing is they're trying to capitalize, bro, 100%.
Yeah, but
no matter what the issue is, and especially if it has something to deal with maybe somebody killing or beating the back, shit like that, nigga, they're always gonna want to hear that shit. They're infatuated with shit like that.
Yeah, but what happens to the actual artist after a while? He dies or go to jail. They're expendable. Right. You know what I'm saying? So is it a real come up for somebody that you got signed to your label that maybe drop 1 or 2 albums and die and go to jail? Is it really a benefit for you?
If you don't give a fuck about that person, you know it is.
Whether you care about them or not, you think that when Mo 3 or Tupac or Big or any one of these rappers that got killed, You think when they got killed that was a come up? That was a game for the record label? That's a loss.
Yeah, because you can't.
That man can't spend no bread, can't tell no tales, can't do nothing.
Forever though, too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like in that case, like Pac, when he had I think what is it, a 3-album deal or something like that. He cut the All Eyes on Me. That was boom, 2. That counted as 2. Then he drops Machiavelli, but that was before he died.
Okay, 1 through 8, right? Okay, so once you listen to all that music gets put out. What other materials do you have?
Yeah, you ain't lying. I mean, did he had to go and freak all them Biggie songs over and over and over again?
There we go. We go. Now you got to get the regurgitating, and that's if they a star like that.
Hey, they made several Tupac albums like that too, though. That's kind of
You know what I just seen yesterday?
They a star like that.
I just seen fucking y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here on a fucking Applebee's commercial, bro.
Yeah, DMX people getting that money.
Man, on my mama.
Yeah, but it's just like once the artist dies, there's no more music being made. So now you regurgitate the old music, and then what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that stuff slows down. You think Suge liked when Tupac got killed? Hell no. My money gone. This the main nigga.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't. So if you
and fresh.
So if even with Pop Smoke, look at the big loss with Pop Smoke. He could have really been Nipsey Hussle. Imagine if Nipsey was able to really just live that out.
Come on, damn good example. Damn,
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no benefit in a rapper being dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? So that's what these cats need to know, man. Like, you live in a lifestyle to where it's like, you gotta slow it down, bro, if you're really trying to make a different type of money, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do that.
And that should be it is the object. The youth, they do see, well, I hope they do see that is the end goal. You know what I mean? Is to get up out this motherfucker. And that's why you're doing what you're doing 100%. But yet what deters them away from trying to see, that I can use this platform, I can use my talent to get me and my peoples up out of here. But once they get into that lifestyle of pushing the motive, and the motive isn't the money, the motive is furthering the whatever the clickbait is. And when you ain't really never touched no dough like that, you know what I mean? It kind of fucks you off, because you really don't, once you get a hold of some dough, like, man, it's time to go get some more, because this shit gonna go too fast, you know what I mean? And so you get that adrenaline rush when you first get your first whop. It's time to go back to it 100%, bro.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Coach the Ghost. Coach the Ghost was talented.
Coach, man.
Yeah, free Coach, right? Coach was he was a talented rapper from my city, right? And
got
then
signed by Gucci.
He got signed by Gucci, and then with him and Gucci, whatever happened with that happened. Then he got signed to Atlantic. Then he got signed to Atlantic because he wanted to go over there with 22 G's. That's his boy, right?
Shout out Tutu.
Yeah.
Shout out 22 G's. Now he's locked up, facing all his time.
Top of the morning, kid up.
What up?
Yeah, for a murder too. For a murder.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, how ironic is it though that you got?
So where's the benefit? That's my whole question. Where's the benefit now?
100%.
Yeah, them podcasters though, bro, they the ones making more money, bro, and they promoting all the fuck shit because then we consume it, and like it's crazy because the podcasters, the big ones like the 22ster and the academics of the world, they making way more money than these rappers, man. This is ironic, man.
And my thing is like, who's these dudes OGs? Like, what is they teach? What are they telling them?
Well, see, you gotta so like our uncles and our big cousins, nigga, that's like 50, 55, maybe 60. Them is like either our pops too. So now you start going down to our age, because my daughter 23, right? Mm-hmm. So nigga, so if you look back at when we was growing up and just look at the homies that you lost, or that's in jail right now. You know what I mean? So, nigga, the kids that they had, nigga, they fatherless right now, or they passed away. You know what I mean? Moms, nigga, they didn't keep it real with the other side of the family, where the daddies, you know what I mean? So they can get the uncles that hopefully teach them the right way and shit. So my point is, nigga, the kids or the generation that's 5 years under us, nigga, they're okay. But once you start going to them 20-year-olds, which could be our kids, like I said, I got a 23-year-old right now. Nigga, if I look back to where, you know, from me jumping off the porch where I'm at now and how many people is gone, whether they no longer here or locked up, nigga, there it is.
Ain't no guidance. They all gone.
They daddies and shit like that, nigga, gone. And then, like I said, niggas that's like 55, 60, nigga, which is my older cousins and my uncles and shit like that age, nigga, they starting to pass away now. 100%, bro. This shit is not bull, bro.
Oh my mother. And they just learning on TikTok and Instagram.
They just learning on the whim.
But see, that's the thing. And that's one thing that this generation does have, because when we was in school, nigga, you had to take the traditional route, nigga. Like, just for instance, the rap game, you had to get signed traditionally. Now what these generation got, bro, you can fire this motherfucker up and get popping, bro. And that's what they have to realize. And my thing is, by us firing this motherfucker up and showing them that, nigga, we're not talking about or glorifying where we came from. We just giving our life experience to get us how it help us maneuver to be where we is right now. And so they just got to know, by us doing what we doing, it's a little bit of motivation to, nigga, to get your punk ass on this motherfucking internet and try and run a bag up, nigga, because you niggas is smart, bro. You niggas been playing video games since you was 5. Y'all didn't have the iPad. Nigga, we ain't had no motherfucking iPad at 3.
No.
You niggas know how to run that shit right now. Man, get your ass on this internet and run it up. Oh, my God.
For real,
outside.
Man.
And now they got the outside app. They're like,
they got all types of shit, man. Oh, my mama, nigga, learn how to make an app. Nigga, Fortnite, nigga, it was a free game. Nigga, that nigga's a billionaire 50 times over. Nigga, oh, my mama.
Hold on. The game is free, but I have 4 kids and I've spent several dollars that are real dollars.
Trust me, I know. Shout out to Roblox.
Hey, you know what's funny? You ask the kids now what you want for the birthday or Christmas, you know, the little gamer kids.
Nigga,
like my kids, for instance, they just want like the Robux.
Facts.
They want the fucking.
They want
Right. You know what I'm saying?
For free.
I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I just hope that this doesn't continue as a cycle where it's like cats are just going to jail, coming out, going to jail, coming out, and now you got the youth, they feeling like the ones that's like younger than them, like let's say 6, 7, 8 years old. Now they feeling like, oh, they got to be a part of this because I don't want to be a victim, or then it just starts a whole.
I don't want to be a square.
Yeah, I don't want to be a lame, a square, victim. And then now it's just like, you know, what are we doing?
They're living that long too, so they just wilding, bro. And or like they think like they might be like, boom, you know what I mean? I catch your body at 16, you might get juvenile life, boom, but you out. Now my rap career is popping. This might be how they really think though.
Yeah, but you gotta hope you don't. But you gotta hope. Listen, you gotta hope you don't get adjudicated as an adult though.
Yeah, no, fact. And you gotta remember, nigga, just cause you got a juvenile life and you only gotta do 5 years, nigga, you don't think them people waiting on you when you come home to what you did today, peoples? They family. 100%, nigga, just because you done beat the body, nigga, technically on some California shit, you know what I mean? Nigga, it's not G when you hit the big yard, bro. 100%. I look at that 100%, man. It's different when you hit the big yard, bro. Oh my mama.
And then you start doing little shows, getting like, you know, like 5 bands do a show. You might do like 4 or 5 shows. First thing they do, buy hella guns, bro, and work. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at Fulio, right? You know, he got killed the minute he slipped. You know what I'm saying? It was over for him. He didn't have enough money to compete to beef with who he was beefing with, allegedly, right?
Even along the way to him getting popped, he was doing little cell phone store plugs, like, you know what I mean? He probably get like a little $1,000 or something to go and plug this, and he's You know what I mean? He was on his little social medias, so he's just talking everywhere he's going to. Like, and then the whole club,
no club really wanted to book him like that.
Yeah, so where were they booked at? Because he did have like a flyer or whatnot.
Yeah, in Tampa, local spot. But when you go to the local spot now, like I said, you got to worry about the spot getting shut down, and or you got to worry about getting killed. He got killed.
Yeah, he got killed leaving the spot.
Via route to the spot to go do the show.
To the spot.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
Vaughn got killed. Vaughn got killed. Leaving a show to go do an appearance at a club.
Yep, he went to a. What was it? It was like a hookah
lounge. It was a hookah lounge, and what's the manager name? 40K, what's the nigga name? 100K Tuck, I forgot the nigga name. He and the Sprinter, he like, man, let's not go there. And he Vine like, man, let's go pull up. Or some old boy, because it was Slutty birthday or somebody's birthday. And they like, nah, nigga, let's not go to that motherfucker. But Vine like, man, let's go. That nigga was asleep too. One of them niggas tapped that nigga and said, man, there go Brett right there. They could have, if they would have just followed their first instinct and not even went to that motherfucker, man. Oh my.
Yep.
Hey, Tino got a damn good one, bro. How many kids that listen to drill music have seen a gangster? Most of these kids are fascinated because they never seen it. And even worse, they are hella down from a city with no motion. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
That's true.
Now they mixing it up in the hood because they the big dog. Yeah, man. On my level. You know?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, man, you know, I just hope it's some way that they wake up and realize, man, that bro, that's a road to nowhere.
Right.
Because there's some mistakes that you're gonna make in this life that you ain't gonna be able to come back from that easy, man. And this is one of them.
This is one of them, boy.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a crew, man, conceal that joint. Like, you know, keep it on the low, man. What y'all doing in the street don't gotta be out on Front Street, man. Just push the talent.
But you know they say if it ain't on Instagram, it ain't true.
That's BS. You know the streets don't work like that. Then or now.
Right.
When you get in the penitentiaries, they don't give a fuck about your Instagram.
100%. You
and
niggas the police just kick their feet up, nigga, and just slide through the ground.
And then now you get to the penitentiary. You in there with the real gangsters now,
with no guns.
Yep, and they don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about.
They call it, you know what I mean? Them straps in there is knives and shit.
Exactly.
And that's
you know what I'm saying.
Hey, that's a different kind of killer, bro. Yeah, it's different running up on someone and stabbing them.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, just like push the talent.
Right.
Use your intelligence the same way y'all know how to work all of this stuff. Just push the talent. Keep your stuff concealed.
Facts.
They shouldn't have to see your gun. They shouldn't have to see your gang. Anything you got going on out there should not be on here.
Facts.
And you know I know some of the OGs that were still running around when this stuff first came out, the Instagram. They used to tell these young niggas, stop posting that bullshit, man.
I remember when
you know what I mean?
Remember when it became a thing? They put an ignorant ass block of money to the ear like it's a phone and shit.
Oh yeah.
What are you
doing, bro?
It's to the point now where the police got a department for social media.
Oh, trust me, I know.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, bro, I'm about to stop following you. You're reckless.
Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. So, you know, because at my job, my 9 to 5, they gotta make sure we're okay. We're safe out on the streets, right? So they take us to this driving class. So we got to do a driving class that the police teach, right? So, and one of my partners in the police car is a bride that worked for the police department's fucking drone system. 100%, man. I'm and this like 5 years ago, because I ain't took the class. I think you take the class every 3 to 5 years. So it might be 3 years on the low end, but it might be 5 on the high end. But my thing is though, like, bro, nigga, if they did, they flying drones, look, man, look, bro, they are high tech, making their job easy, bro.
Shooting off the what is it on 4th of July?
100% with the bigger fireworks. Hell yeah, that's how it been.
It wasn't even the fourth; it was the third. Because shout out to Candlestick. It was Young Nep's birthday, but we shooting off a gang of them right here in the street, and then there was a drone just started came up. So then next thing you know, the boys
drones out here.
The boys pulled up real quick, like 30 seconds later. I'm like, what? They got the
now you get a look. Now you get a charge. You get a charge as a store. You get fined for your camera not working.
Yeah, facts, because they want that evidence if anything happens. And motherfuckers, oh my boat.
That might even be something that we all collectively voted on without even knowing. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it is because after 9/11 happened, they snuck in a law about the surveillance shit on everything. Facts. I did see
I don't know. They did it.
Facts.
Y'all did it. Whoever.
Y'all got anything going out on this one?
I say, listen, man.
Do better, youngsters.
Of course, do better. But when you go, if hopefully you don't go to jail. Hopefully you don't get to take that ride, right? Because when you go to jail, it's the little McDonald's and the Chick-fil-A and the Jordans and the going out to eat. You're gonna miss all that shit.
You're gonna miss waking up.
You know what I mean? No Zai, no nothing.
No double cup.
Man, you can't go pull up on your bitch when you want to, man. Flyer to the motherfucking checking up. Bitch, talking about baby, we on our way to roof.
Exactly. The freedom to move around. All that stuff is gonna be replaying in your mind. And then you know what I hate? When that replays in your mind when you sleep, you might have a dream like, you know, you having a good time, this, that, and the third, and you wake up, bar, cell,
I got
whack ass food. You know what I'm saying?
I tell them there is a finish line, and then it starts another race. You know what I mean? They just in that same. They just going round and round in that same race, bro. And my man's right here chilling in the cut, man. I'm gonna shout out my man Goodo right here. He had said something the other day. He broke down the word universe. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. Universe. It starts with uni. You feel me? And go ahead and break that down. How did that go?
Oh yeah, you know it's you are the verse that loops. So basically, you know, everything pertains to sound frequencies. Obviously, you know, we living in one big song. You know, it's one big resonant frequency going on right now. So,
and and that frequency they rocking with, bro. It's a cycle because the universe goes round and round, bro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they put, you know that when he told me that the other day, that's been resonating with me because you know what I'm saying. Like so even with the drill music, like I'll get into an artist because he got a crazy story. Listen to the music, then it ends because he's dead. You know what I mean? Like no more music. You know what I mean? And you start thinking, well, but then there's another one and another one and another one, and it's like you go down the rabbit hole, but it all ends the same.
Remember in the '90s, we used to be like all messed up over Tupac and Big. Now we got a laundry list of rappers that's gone now. Like
we're kind of desensitized to it. Even me as a fan of music in general, like you know what I mean. Like it hits different when I listen to like Lennon or Hendrix or a Cobain or a Pac or a Big. But yeah, these guys, they don't, you know what I mean? They didn't really have an impact like that. They just had the little bit of clout, got the little records out, and then got smoked, and now they live in infamy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know. So that's what I say, man. It's just like, stay out of it. You gotta switch your game up, man.
He wants to recommend this book to everybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all check out this book, man. Atlantis and the Power System of the Gods, man.
Hold it up a little bit. There you go, big bro.
Right there, bam.
Yeah, man. Y'all gotta check that out, man. It'll give you a better understanding of how this world works, man. You know, all the devices that's set up around us, how they build these cities, you know what I'm saying? All these cities and how, just how this electromagnetic grid works. Mm-hmm. 100%. So yeah, y'all check that out.
Yeah, man. It goes back to what we were saying. Even when everything's a frequency, bro. You know what I mean? And then when it boils down to the music, and maybe I make music. You know what I mean? And like even for me, I make music for me. I'm just telling my story. You know what I mean? But then see, like that said, there's a time where that story ended for me. You know what I mean? And I went on, and I started another story. This life I'm living. You know what I mean? And like it is unfortunate because for me as that's still a young me where I'm infatuated with this type of music. You know what I mean? We grew up on gangster shit. You know what I mean?
Look, exactly. But look, a lot of the cats.
The truth. These motherfuckers is getting smoked out there, bro. Be safe.
Like the thing is that like a lot of the OGs right now, either they locked up, they passed away, or they got jobs. So if you see them out there working as a young nigga, that should tell you something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At some point, they had to switch that shit up.
And you know what the common denominator is between both of what both of y'all just said? It's change. Don't be afraid about change. Don't be afraid about growing up, bro, mentally and physically, bro. 100%, bro. It's gold to be able to have a life full of knowledge as well as gain wealth and worldly possessions. You know what I mean? But in order to do that, you gotta have experience and shit, bro. Only way to get experience is by living and going through shit, bro. And not only going through it, by also learning from the mistakes of others, because smart people learn from their own mistakes. Geniuses learn from the mistakes of others as well, bro. 100%. And my thing going out on this is one of the reasons why I do my content, bro. I don't give a fuck about the views. I don't care about the subscribers and shit like that. I love what I do, but also it's to motivate motherfuckers, because nigga, I got a story. Everybody don't know my story on the internet, but you can go do the homework, the digging, because my life is on the internet, nigga, and I ain't afraid of change, because I done left one shit alone, and I'm trying to push something to where I do give a fuck about you know what I mean? Because nigga, one day I hopefully to make this shit to where nigga, it's not only paying for my bills, but it's putting my people on. 100%, because I feel that strong about me and my people and what we putting down in these YouTube streets. 100%, man, on my mama. So, nigga, we trying to motivate the youth and the OGs, because I got OGs right now that's firing up podcasts, nigga, from the community right now. 100%. So I know, nigga, making an impact, nigga. It might not be showing, but nigga, it's definitely hitting. Pause. 100%. Let's get into the next topic, my niggas.
Yeah. When we went in on that one, that one was good.
A former Lee County deputy arrested after he's accused of taking money from people who he pulled over.
Sheriff Carmine Martino says Tyrese Jackson would manipulate his body-worn camera. After investigators reviewed it, they found he had multiple victims. NBC2's Sarah Metz is digging into these allegations against Jackson and has more from the investigation.
Collecting.
The sheriff's office says that the former deputy did this to several drivers in January. He's accused of taking money from purses and wallets during these traffic stops.
The sheriff's office says most of the traffic stops happened here along State Road 82. After the complaints of misconduct and fraud came in January, LCSO says Tyrese Jackson was put on administrative leave. We confirmed this is a picture of Jackson while on the job. The sheriff's office says they combed through hours of body-worn camera to find evidence of the interactions. And at times, they noticed Jackson would manipulate it so he wasn't recorded in the act. Also, in the video evidence, they noticed his targets were consistent. Documents say they were Hispanics with little to no identification and language barriers. They believe this is because Jackson felt they were less likely to report him. LCSO says Jackson did all of this at times while training other younger deputies. Those deputies were interviewed during the course of the investigation, but they did not see anything, and they only praised the former deputy's work.
LCSO says he was placed on leave in January, and then he resigned in February and moved to Maryland.
Yeah, another officer friendly.
I mean,
hey, shout out to him about it.
Right?
Hey.
That's funny because, man, that's a classic. If y'all don't know. But anyways, man, I mean, he's a great, he's a classic Mr. Grubb.
Another officer friendly.
Officer friendly.
You know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, them days is over, man. You know, you trying to take, because, you know, cops been doing that back in the days, taking money off in cash, and they were just glad not to get the charge. You know what I'm saying? So they just say, all right,
they might even have,
like, you know what I mean?
pocket for
Not
like
no more.
and
Not no
bullshit.
more. Now you get a case. You got a dude. They got a lawyer. He tell that lawyer, "Hey, I had $4,000 on me in the car," and the lawyer be like, "Yeah, we need every bit of that money." You know what I mean? Brought to court, or in evidence, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So that shit ain't gonna fly like that no more. That shit ain't gonna fly like that no more.
And like, of course, he gets like a slap on the wrist, so to speak. You know what I mean?
That's the crazy thing. Like, he resigned. You know what I mean? So they won't fire him.
Yeah.
And what he
So he won't lose his
pension.
Whatever years that he got built up in that state department or in that city's department, and whatever their retirement fund is, they resign. That way they don't lose those qualifying years to add on to their fucking retirement. That's
Not
why
in
he
New
resigned.
New York, they snatch your pension.
Everything.
You get caught out there doing that, they coming after that pension.
If you get fired, they snatch your pension. But if you resign, then you that's a loophole. But they said after he resigned, he moved to Maryland, and they extradited his ass back because he got prosecuted for criminal charges. But this is another example of where we see that when you're sworn in and you decide to take this job, that nigga, either you work for the law or you're above the law. And then bruh took it another step by targeting people that he felt that had no identity, you know what I mean, that would be illegal to this country, and he feels like he's above them. And like, bro,
most minorities and
like they ain't gonna snitch.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, it's no, most minorities ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't got no especially they illegal or but he pulls over Asians, but the stereotype is they got cash because Asians always keep their cash, right? You know what I mean? This, he knew who to target, bro. That he's a predator, not an officer.
Exactly, bro. He's a fucking predator, bro. Facts. That's well said, bro.
But the crazy thing is that when people come over here illegally, right? They can't work on the books. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta work jobs.
They can.
Huh?
Yeah, Newsom. Never mind.
I mean, yeah, but naturally though, that's what they had to go through. You know what I'm saying? So now you taking their money, you taking all they got.
Bro, right. What the
You know what I'm saying? Like that's messed up, man. Like you taking all they got, man.
And like you said, like
you praying on the weak, man. That's corny.
And that motherfucker, he's been like that, bro. Either he had the tendency in him, or like how we was talking about the other police situation, or we might have been talking about this off camera, is that when they get into that power, that role of power, nigga, either they been bullied their life, or they done had some punk shit happen to them when they was a kids. Now they in this power position, nigga, they finna take it out any and everybody, you know what I mean? And now they take it a step further to take something from somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit is crazy, man, and it's crazy because contrary to what contrary to the narrative that folks try to push now, you know what I mean? Oh man, it's illegals causing all these crimes. I done met some good people, man, that came from over the waters, man, that helped the nigga out, you know what I'm saying? Show the nigga, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, you know what I mean? That really, really looked out, and they really got good, good hearts, you know what I'm saying? So, you praying on them, and because my peoples came over here, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, they came overseas too. They didn't have no papers. They had to get it how they live, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
straight out
yeah, like, you ain't got you can't work no. That's why a lot of them turned to hustling, you know what I'm saying, and running the streets because they couldn't get
under the table jobs which pay cash.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you had some that did that, and you had some that hit the streets and went and got that bread, because it's like it doesn't really matter at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's some real predatory suck ass behavior though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's a suck
ass.
Yeah.
Let's get into the next one. Motherfucking weirdo. Everything.
Hey, he'd be the first to complain that cops don't get paid enough too.
Right. Oh, my mama talking that bullshit.
Yeah.
He's trying to justify taking from people.
I'm telling you.
That's not a cop. That's a criminal.
That's
and
a predator.
Exactly.
Exactly what he is.
That's just crazy.
Oh, my mama. One thing I don't see anymore is cops in the same neighborhood. When I was in high school and we'll fuck around, we had a cop named Dana that would catch us cutting, fighting. Oh my mama, them is facts. You knew, you know,
Cop had a route.
good officer or not, nigga. You knew they motherfucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I remember I lived off this street called Flint. It was a long ass street that went through like all different neighborhoods and shit. And yeah, you'd always see the same cop passing by like every 15 minutes.
We had this cop named Chin. They used to chase niggas down in the hood, boy.
Oh, he thought he was a track star.
Yeah, boy. You can't get it. You had to wear running shoes when you was out there with his ass.
Oh my mama, nigga, you had to be ready to move. Oh my mama, wasn't no skinnies, wasn't no pulling up to the block and no slides on, nigga. Are you serious, nigga? You pull up to the block and you really with the motive, nigga. You gonna have to be willing to do the dash when they hit.
For real,
everything. Facts.
I was talking about the cops running them down.
Yeah, fact. Here I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. It was all over the timeline today with DJ Vlad and Boss Man D-Lo and this booking for an interview conversation. And I looked at it and said, wow, here we go again. One of those moments that we can use to talk about what they got going on, to raise some awareness and get the people from our culture to understand how people like Vlad will do things, tell you to move a certain way, like he did to Taraji P. Henson when she was complaining and having issues about getting her money about certain things. As Boss Man D-Lo, people want to get him on an interview for sure. One of the hottest new artists in the game right now. Got the streets, got the kids, got the clubs. Features dog turned up. People slide to his music. I be jamming them. Hey, you go him. Everybody that at least heard one of his songs before. But Vlad came out today and said that he had to come do an interview with him after being paid and ran off. I want to warn everyone out there who is booking Boss Man D-Lo. We recently gave his manager Chris Silvers a small deposit for an interview. After getting the deposit, he asked for 4 times the agreed upon amount and refused to return the deposit. D-Lo, you need to be a better boss man and hire a real manager if you want to succeed in this business long term. Gave him a quick dish right there. Then he went in his caption and said, to all the artists out there, make sure you hire real business people to represent you. Then Boss Man D-Lo caught wind of it. Of course, people tagged him, seen it online. My manager at timeout. In all my bios, never heard of a mother effing Chris Silvers in all my life. So then Vlad posted up the phone number and everything and posted that he called it, that Boss Man D-Lo had on his page and stuff, and said, and since Boss Man D-Lo is now trying to claim that the guy who scammed my booking guy isn't his manager, here's the phone call that we got from the same number that's on D-Lo's IG page for bookings. And then Vlad came back later and said, hey, I just got off the phone with Boss Man D-Lo's manager. After going through all the details, they realized that the booking phone number they had on his IG had been compromised and was being used to scam multiple people using his name. They've now removed that number from his IG. I take responsibility for accusing them of doing bad business. They did nothing wrong. And then somebody asked Vlad in the comments, and he responded to it. Dang, Vlad, couple of questions. When did the booking take place? 2, why not reach out initially before publicly shaming on socials? No hate to you, just honest questions. Vlad said, we thought we were already speaking.
Yeah. I don't know. That first comment that Vlad made about Taraji P. Henson, I kind of agree with that comment. Poor people don't give a damn about what rich people are going through. They don't.
Oh, hey, Bakes a Lot. Shout out to Bakes a Lot. That's big dog right there, big bro. He said, "Preach, Slim." I come from an immigrant background. Background shit pisses me off 100%. Facts. You know what though, with this shit that we just seen, you know, Vlad, he holds himself to the highest standards of what we're trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? He is, you know, and I'm not mad at him for doing that. You know what I mean? Because the work that he has put in and where his platform stands, it is a must for you to go on there. Well, I ain't gonna say it's a must, but it's a damn good look if you are on Vlad. That means you do got something brewing, 100%. But for him, first off, to be the highest platform there is, and like how we seen at the end of the video where the person got in the comments and started breaking down those questions, that's a damn good point, because if you hold yourself to the highest standard and for you to jump out the window and just publicly try to attack bruh, and then he took a shot. He said, if you want to be a real boss man, which that's bruh's name, you need to hire better people. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up that bruh didn't do his due diligence to tap in with bruh, especially with some money on the line. And, you know, and I hate to be in somebody's pockets, but for what I understand, them interview rates, they not that high right now. You know, even though, you know, you might got your name and like certain niggas that's on the internet right now,
like what, like 10 bands,
like a bore of what, you know, how much they getting. So my point is the deposit that he sent, and for him to be where he's at, I hate to be in somebody's pockets, but in my opinion, I don't think it was that much for him to jump out the window and attack bruh. So like I said, how the people said in the comments, he should have went ahead and did his due diligence to really to get at bruh, because I don't think it's that hard for Vlad to be the name that he is, to be able to get the bruh on the phone and really see what was going on.
All right. See, like, all right, to your point, right? I try to look at things and how I would feel if I was in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have hit somebody on the, you know, their bio is really all the information that's supposed to be on their page to contact them. So if I hit somebody and they contact me and I get stepped out with some bread, I'm gonna be hot.
For real though.
You know what I'm saying? So I see why Vlad went off like that, because he was fucking pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, I get it. You know, people hold him to this standard, but it's like, he's human too. If somebody stiffed you out of 10, 20 bands for an interview, you're going to be pissed. You know what I'm saying? So, I you know, he could have reached out to him, but I think, and without, you know, all of the extra shit, but at the same time, when you're angry, and you just lost some money, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's no telling how a person gonna react. You know what I'm saying? But what was good though, he did double back and, you know, apologize for that on social media where everybody could see that, hey, I'm human. I make mistakes too. I'm not
real.
You know what I'm saying?
But also it did show in the video where how bruh, and see, that was bruh's, he, you know, that channel is a reaction channel, but also he does bring his opinions and thoughts into the channel. And also though, it did say something about the fucking, damn it, I done lost my motherfucking opinion.
Nah, we were just talking about.
It's gonna come back to me.
Nah, we was talking about like the, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna leave it off from where I
about how about him speaking about how about how to maneuver about
in a situation like that, like when you lost some bread.
That's what it was, is about how to maneuver and not jump out the window. And he did speak on somebody, you know, she felt that she was underpaid in her career and shit that she has done. And he was like, well, you need to stop because, you know, you agreed to this amount and whatnot. But the thing is about, you know, I understand bruh's mad about getting scammed, but you know, like I said, you got the platform that you have and the resources that you have in order to get your information for your stories or for your interviews, the questions that you ask, you do your homework. So why not have done your homework? If bruh is one of those hot commodities and you want to bring on your platform, it might be your people's fault that you got in position for falling for that shit. You know what I mean? And you got the clearance to go ahead and run that dough. You know what I mean? Everybody gets scammed 100%, but yet you should have did your homework to go ahead and figure out if this was bruh or not 100%, because the resources that
no, but look,
he can reach out to Boss Man.
All right, but if he only has one number to reach out to, that's the only way he could reach out to him. Now, this is the thing, right? I know what happened, right? Just by how they explain that. The page is his page, right? But the number can be used in 2 ways. Somebody can take your number, duplicate it, and have all your shit come to their phone.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's most likely what happened to that number. You know what I mean? So in a case like that, I think it would probably be better for Bossman B-Lo to have the email, a secured email. Yeah. And then once you reach out to the email and I check the email, then you get the number. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe with the number, do a FaceTime right away. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you know it's because the scamming is all in between all of this. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's crazy. But Vlad does have a track record of kind of jumping out the window and saying certain shit and then having to turn around and apologize. So, you might want to calm down when that happens. I know he was fucking pissed. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be pissed. But you got to calm down before you get back on that computer, because you might say some shit that you regret. You know what I'm saying?
And it might fuck up a relationship. And see, that's one thing about Vlad. He does pride himself on his relationships with his interviewees. It's been some interviewees that were regular guests, but also have left the situation just based on whatever happened between them. What I mean? So with Vlad, he does, especially, once you get, you got to have something brewing to make bruh platform, and bruh, Boss Man, he the hottest shit in the streets right now. You look at all the little TikTok songs and all the Instagrams when niggas make they reels and the brides make they reels, nigga, they got that nigga shit on there. What I mean? 100%. And then like it's a phone call away. Vlad, he's so connected in the industry to where nigga, he got niggas numbers to where a nigga is only maybe 2 phone calls away, maybe 3 at the most, to where bing, bing, bing. You know what I mean? 100%, bro. That's my only thing. And
yeah. All the people that he interviewed, he probably could have hit one of them. Like, yo, you think you'll get in touch with him from me? Yeah, I don't check his page. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Oh, yeah. That's my only thing, bro. Facts.
But he's thinking about it on a professional level. Like, it's like if I'm somebody that's coming to book a show, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only information I got to go off of. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, that's probably what happened with that. But you just gotta slow down before you just go on the internet angry. That's the worst thing you can do is go on the internet angry.
Yeah.
After a situation happened that you probably might not understand, you know what I'm saying?
Mama, that's what Herm Edwards used to say. He's a NFL coach. He used to say, "Don't press send." Oh, everything.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Right. We got Tito in the building talking about what type of orange juice y'all be sipping, man. 100%, man. Hey, I be having coffee in my cup in the morning, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I got some orange juice from Wawa.
Hey, he said, I like that Donald Duck orange juice. It's hell. Hey, so back in the day, my older rellies, when they used to drink Tanqueray or they used to drink any type of gin, nigga, they would go get the Donald Duck grapefruit on everything. That's throwback shit, bro. My dog Dennis said he like his OJ with Polk. Can't fuck with the Sunny Delight. That shit weak than a motherfucker too. It's too sweet.
Yeah, I can't mess with that Sunny Delight. Polk every now and again.
OJ with the vodka, we call that a screwdriver. Oh my, yes, sir. Oh, everything. Yes, let's get into the next one, big bro.
A 72-year-old former Bay Area Home Depot employee is suing the retailer for age discrimination and wrongful termination after she was fired for failing to stop fraudulent purchases of roughly $5,000.
Yeah, the incident happened at the San Ramon Home Depot 3 months after a loss prevention officer was shot and killed at a Pleasanton Home Depot while trying to stop a theft attempt.
ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Melanie Wood Here with the story, Melanie.
Dan and Amma, we hear about theft in the Bay Area all the time. This one's a little bit different. Carlene Acevedo was fired from Home Depot last July for creating a security or loss prevention risk. That was according to her termination letter. She says she felt scared and intimidated by the person at the register who was paying with a suspicious card.
You're phenomenal in every way. We are grateful to have you.
During her 7 years working as a cashier at the San Ramon Home Depot, Carlene Acevedo said she won multiple awards for exceptional service, including Cashier of the Year in 2021.
I loved working there.
But last July, Home Depot fired Acevedo after she rung up 4 fraudulent transactions, resulting in a more than $5,000 loss for Home Depot.
I was so upset. I just wanted to get out of there. I've never been fired before.
Acevedo says she was working alone in the garden center when a man approached her cash register with a card that had written instructions on the back to process the transaction as cash. She rung up a purchase for a little more than $1,300.
The card was suspicious. It was very suspicious. But I went ahead and ran it.
Approximately 30 minutes later, she says the customer returned.
And then I knew for sure that he was targeting me because I was alone.
Acevedo says she tried to call her supervisor, the head cashier, but no one answered.
He was demanding. He wanted the transaction done as fast as possible. He got upset when I made the phone call to my manager. I was scared.
According to her termination letter, Acevedo ran 3 additional separate transactions as cash, this time for more than $4,000. She says she kept duplicate copies of the receipts that she took to her manager.
4 days later, I got fired.
The incident happened 3 months after Pleasanton Home Depot loss prevention officer Blake Mose was shot and killed while trying to stop a theft attempt, a story Acevedo was familiar with.
It was devastating. I mean, it was sad.
Acevedo says as an employee, she received annual computer-based training by Home Depot on what to do in the event of a shoplifting or active shooter.
What were you instructed to do?
I was instructed not to do a thing. Do not approach.
I'm not getting that. That got me puzzled. So a coworker of hers got killed trying to prevent a theft.
No, it's at a different store, but I mean they work for the same company though.
Okay, but
the store wasn't too far away neither.
Okay, but the thing is, the instructions that they gave her was not to do anything. Which she did make moves to call the manager and stuff like that. But I mean, can you really be mad at her if she don't want to, like, if she feels threatened? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one right there. And I get it on the Home Depot side. They don't want to keep taking L's. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit is insured.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
They might have been trying to get rid of her, huh? They're like, you know what?
You know what, bro? Nah, that lady got awards. Man, she got her motherfucking orange Home Depot apron, nigga, autographed by the higher ups, nigga, for giving her the employee of the year or the cashier of the year, if that's a fucking word. 100%, bro. That lady, man, she 10 toes on what she do for that job, bro. They love her. That she don't take no days off. She ain't late. She might stay a little bit later if they need her to. 100%, nigga, the employee of the year, bro. And you want to fire her because, nigga, first of all, the first go around, she didn't, she kind of felt suspicious. But bruh kept coming back, feeling a little bit of threatened. And she tried to call the manager, but, where was
they not around like they never be. They never be around at Home Depot.
For real though.
And hey, they gonna settle out with her. 100%. I hope I see the outcome on this shit, bro, because she definitely got wrongful terminated. How you gonna give her award for the position of what she does, and then turn around and fire her 3 years later because you think she frauding? 100%, bro. That's not what that is, bro.
Right at the end of the video, so I didn't know she was well decorated. Like she got the wrongful termination. She got the big lawsuit. She gonna get settled for sure.
I mean,
plug up.
Yeah,
What up, plugger? Top of the morning.
Oh, everything.
Put it at a different store or something, like, you know what I mean? Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Yeah, that shit is crazy though on everything. For her to get fired, then for her to feel like she, for her to feel threatened, you know what I mean? Because they tell you. I mean, we just seen something about about the theft of in California, if it's $950 or less, nigga, they tell you to leave them alone. You know what I mean? They get to walk out 100%, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And it's not a grand larceny.
I forgot what it was. Because if you go over a certain amount of money, the charge go up on everything.
I think it's over 10,000 is grand larceny.
Grand larceny. Okay. Now, back in the days, what did they used to consider petty theft? It had to be
$100, I think.
I think $1,000 or less than 1,000 or something like that.
And then for like how you said, Slim, for somebody to pass away in loss prevention at a different store.
Yeah, I'm like,
man. So you just see this shit just happen. And that was 3 months before this shit just took place.
And the fact that she was in that she, like you said, she never takes a day off. She knows she could diagnose something that's like abnormal. You know what I mean? She's like, this is not right. You know what I mean? Then you start getting the acting up. So she's like, in fear of her life. Boom, she makes the charge.
So let me see what they're gonna do with the next employee they put there, because not everybody's gonna have written instructions on the back of their car. You know what I mean? Right. They're gonna slide that motherfucker, that shit go through. Then what? What you gonna say? You don't even know it's dirty until the chargeback come back or whatever.
Then they getting good.
That shit is bullshit, bro. Oh, everything. But see, and that's part of California, though. If you live in California, you know right now that the boosters, nigga, that's one of the hottest things right now, because everything is so high right now. Everything, nigga, you're having to choose either by putting the gas in the car or buying food or paying your motherfucking energy bill, because it's been so motherfucking hot right now. The rates on the motherfucking energy bills are so high right now. So your SMUD, your PG&E, your East Bay SMUD, I don't know what it is down in Southern California, they utilities, but man, all that shit high, and the boosters is all through this motherfucker tearing that shit up, man, and all that shit is insured, bro. They can't prove that lady allowed that shit to gain profit, or that was her people's, or if she was completely blinded to the situation, how you firing her, bro? 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, because like that's what I assume too. Like if they're gonna fire her, that's their case with that they think she was involved. You know what I mean? Otherwise, she's hella decorated. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to settle out with like retirement plus some shit, man.
Look, and Plugger, he down south too. Shout out to Plugger. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Plug too. 100%. Plug's Customs, man, one of the illest in the game, if not the illest in the game. 100%.
Plug.
He says that in ATL and in the NO has a no chase policy. Same thing out here in California, man. Let them motherfuckers go because it's insured. We just seen somebody pass away. So why are you firing her over this little 4 bands when you just seen one of your employees end up losing his life over trying to chase some shit?
Yeah.
And then you know what else they do in that video? And I hate to cut it off, nigga, they go in to Home Depot and show that, nigga, in California, everything that's the expensive shit or the highest items, niggas locked up. You can go to the motherfucking Walmart and Target, nigga, the deodorant, the Tide Pods, shit like that, nigga. You got to go get the assistant to come unlock that bitch so you can get up in there, because they know that shit getting took. 100%. That's because, the boosters, you know what I mean? 100%.
For real.
She right there, bro. Oh, everything. She gonna tear their ass up.
Yeah, that's where he said that was in Pleasanton.
So I forgot where it was. Somewhere in the Bay.
Yeah, it's Pleasanton. Yeah, it's like when you going up to 680.
Yeah,
680. I should say going
on the other side of the refineries, the oil them refineries over there. That's a weird ass bridge. What's the name of that bridge right there when you going on the 680?
Is it the Dumbarton? No, that's on the 880. Is that on the 880?
I forgot the name of that bridge. Oh my mama. Yeah, in the story, I mean, in the captions, it don't say what city it was in.
Yeah, because they said Pleasanton, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you heard it, yeah. Okay.
I mean, Pleasanton's everywhere. You know what I mean? There's a part, I'm sure, but yeah, because I think they did say it was Cali, right?
Yeah, no, it's Channel 7 Bay Area News.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, Pleasanton.
That's what it
is. I just jumped in the mid thing, man. I feel bad for the lady now.
It's fucking
it's cold. Yeah,
That's that California shit, bro. I'm a half off on everything. Them is facts, Tino. Oh my mama. Tip to the team: everything you can buy at Walgreens, Target is sold brand new at the flea market. Fact. In my community,
San Jose Desert, man. Shout out to the twins, man.
Hey, in my community, they got the rallies, you know what I mean, where they'll set out their table, the domino table, and have all that shit right there on the corner. Man, you'll bend the corner, boom. You'll be like, oh, shit, they got all the hygiene, everything you need for your motherfucking house right there.
They say that's how Nipsey came up initially.
Yeah,
Nipsey just like he would have like drawers, white tees, deodorant, socks, and he'd just be right there on the corner. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. Yeah, but the flea markets.
If you be looking at me crazy, I was walking home with a big thing of detergent. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that had it for the low. Nigga, I was like, nigga, I need this.
Yeah.
$5. This big thing, man. Come on, man.
At the watering hole here in the community, right? Nigga, the boosters, it's a Target, nigga, 2 seconds away from where the motherfucking watering hole is, where all the rallies be at, right? Nigga, the boosters will come up there with all the shit you need, bro. 100%. We just got a care package, 100% for $50. Fat shit. Couple $100 worth of shit, nigga, no lie. Right.
We gotta support the community. You know?
Top of the morning, Kev. Oh my mama. Piggy tried to send me a motherfucking he tried to send me Piggy. You ain't no good, Piggy. Sending me
passing that $3 tie bar. Hell nah.
I can't even hold on. I can't do no 2 for 1. It's a shallow bench league, so it's a different
bench.
It's a different style, you know what I mean?
Oh, every day.
If I'm gonna be trading, I'm gonna be doing the 2 for 1s. You know what I mean? I'm like, here's 2. You get a good one. You gotta get top somehow. I dig what he's trying to do though.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Thanks. Shit, talk to the people, Slim. Let them know what's going on, big bruh.
Hey, from a fan's perspective, episode 2 dropping this weekend. Got episode 3 coming down the pipeline. It's gonna be at Boogie Vision on YouTube. That's the page. So pull up on me, man. So we're gonna be covering all kind of different topics. Just chopping it up, man. For sure.
100%, bro. Let them know, Bogey.
Yeah, you already know, man. You can check us out at the Gen Wealth Net on YouTube. Man, you check us out all week, man, all across all the platforms, man. Shout out to Spencer Guru, Miles Peacock. You know what I'm saying? My man Lee. Shout out to my man Kidda. You know what I mean? We check us out on the Wake Your Game Up, Tuesdays and Friday mornings. Definitely gonna be turning that thing up on Sunday mornings too. You know what I'm saying? When the season kicks in. And man, just tune in to all for all the good isms, man. Wherever you consume your music, Bogart, Scott Free. Check out the EPs called OMW, and check out the album Bruce Wayne, man. And we just keep dropping singles too, man. Wherever you consume your music, fuck with it.
Talk about it, bro. Them is facts, man. 100%. Let's get to the last couple comments. It's like if they made a housing so expensive in California, people have no choice. Man, facts.
Hey, by the hook or by the crook.
Facts.
I'm just saying, though. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't vote. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But I can assume, like, whoever gets in there, I just hope they make it better for us than our money.
No, 100%.
That's where your local voting come in at.
Yeah,
making the stretch the dollar even further.
You know what I mean? Presidential is selected by the Electoral College.
Right, facts. And this motherfucker, hey, the Dems, they got a hold on this state, bro. 100%.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah,
they are not letting go of this motherfucker. I've seen something. So I seen a story last night on the local news. Where it was I don't know if she's in the Senate or she's in the House of Representatives, but the bride she's local here, right? And she just flipped from Democrat to Republican, and her constituents in her district are mad at her because they elected her as a Dem, but this bride just flipped to Republican because of the bull crap that the Democrats is doing, and this brought us here in California, bro. And the whatever house she or whatever part of the branch of government she's in, the Dems still have the higher amount of that house or whatever.
The house, yeah.
Yeah, on everything. That shit is crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh my mama. Shit. Well, shit, man. I appreciate everybody in the comments for y'all pulling up, y'all rocking with us.
Sir.
Man, y'all make sure y'all tune in. Go follow up, go sub up, go throw some thumbs up on Slim shit. Slide through the generational wealth shit, man. 100%. What I'm gonna do now, when I get a little bit of free time, I'm gonna add the YouTube channels to y'all to the little ticker that I got on everything. That way it show the y'all channels on the screen as well too, bro. 100%, man. So, y'all make sure y'all tune into my brothers right here. Y'all gonna see me on they shit, man. 100%, man.
Shout out to the chat.
Come on now, 100%. We'll be back next Saturday, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all have a blessed and fun weekend, man. 100%, man. In fantasy, if you ain't got the heart to start, you ain't got the nuts of a champion. In life, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready, man.
Yeah.